Welcome to the Remedyforce Winter 18 Early Access Program. My name is Virginia Leandro, and I'm one of the product managers for Remedyforce. In this video, we're going to cover the different aspects of Salesforce Lightning. In addition, we'll show you how to enable Lightning, talk about the requirement for My Domain, and finally, demo a few of the common functions of Remedyforce working within Lightning. We'll also touch lightly on the new Remedyforce Lightning components that we're introducing in Remedyforce Winter 18. This is our legal notice letting you know that what we are demoing today is regarding a future product. This information is provided under NDA and Safe Harbor statements apply. Any purchasing decision should be based on what is generally available today. So, what is Salesforce Lightning? Well, there's a lot of answers to that one question. First, Salesforce Lightning is a new Salesforce interface and user experience. It offers improved reporting and dashboards, a new look and feel, as well as enhanced interface and usability. Today, the Salesforce interface you're probably most familiar with is now being called Salesforce Classic. What we're showing you right here is actually Salesforce Lightning. The new Salesforce Lightning design system is a fully hosted design pattern library that allows for the creation of user interfaces consistent with Salesforce Lightning principles, design language, and best practices. This hosted library controls things such as fonts, icons, styles, etc. And finally, there are Lightning components. Lightning is a framework that bridges JavaScript on the client side and Java on the server. All Lightning components are now built using JavaScript. Most, if not all, processing happens on the client versus at the server. Lightning components allow customers to use drag and drop of components to modernize layouts. In Summer 17, we worked to support the Remedyforce console functioning within the Lightning experience. In Winter 18, all facets of Remedyforce are now supported in the Lightning experience, including Self-Service 3.0, Asset Management and CMDB, Remedyforce Administration, Remedyforce Workspaces, etc. We're also introducing in Winter 18 a few Self-Service 3.0 Lightning components. If you're a customer who is using Salesforce Communities, this will be a way for you to expose self-service functionality within the Salesforce community or other Lightning pages. In this demo, we'll walk through enabling Lightning, we'll discuss the need for My Domain, we'll demo a few of the Remedyforce features working in Lightning, and finally, we'll briefly show our self-service Lightning components at work within a Salesforce community. Salesforce has a lot of information out there around Lightning. In fact, more than we can cover in this demo. So for this quick demo, we're going to take some shortcuts to get you off and running immediately. But before we get started, just a reminder, do all your testing in a sandbox first. Okay, with that out of the way, from Setup, we'll click on Get Started under the Lightning Experience Migration Assistant. Next, we'll click on Optimize with Features. One of the first actions we'll need to take is to enable My Domain. Salesforce security for Lightning components requires that My Domain be enabled. It's also a good security practice to implement for your org. Using the My Domain URL helps alleviate any work you may have found yourself doing when Salesforce conducts instance refreshes or failover tests and your instance changes. Since we'll have to upgrade our Lightning Knowledge article pages to use a new Lightning component as well as the new Self-Service 3.0 Lightning components, we'll go ahead and enable My Domain. Enabling My Domain is beyond the scope of this demo, but there are plenty of online resources that walk you through this action. Now that we've got My Domain being enabled, we'll go straight to turn it on. And we'll change this to enabled. And while the Lightning experience is turned on, There's still a few more steps in order to have Lightning available to your users. Now that Lightning is enabled, you can decide which users have the option of moving to Lightning or using both Lightning and Salesforce Classic. We'll head over to Permission Sets, and I'll create a new permission set simply called Lightning Experience. In the Find settings, we'll type in Lightning, and we're looking for Lightning Experience User. I'll click Edit, and then turn that permission on and save. Next, I'll go to Manage Assignments, and I'll assign this permission set to myself. Once you've assigned permissions, those users will now notice that under their name, they have a new option to switch to the Lightning experience. This is Lightning. Instead of having the app selector up here in the upper right-hand corner, it's now been replaced with the app launcher over here on the left. We'll go ahead and click on that, and we'll select BMC Remedyforce. And you'll see you have the same tabs that you have become accustomed to. Let's have a look at Remedyforce Console. As we mentioned earlier, the Remedyforce Console works today within Summer 17 and Lightning Experience. But as you can see, we continue to maintain that functionality within the Remedyforce Winter 18, along with the related list details from the Classic Standard Page layout. Next, we'll go to Remedyforce Administration. And again, we can easily get to any of the options that we need to pull up within Lightning. Lastly, we'll quickly look and see that self-service works within Lightning Experience as well. One note about knowledge articles. If you do decide to go to Lightning, there are some important changes that you need to be aware of, as well as some configuration steps for knowledge articles. We'll be covering those under a separate video. One of the big features of Salesforce Lightning is the ability to componentize functionality to create a richer experience for the user. We have some customers who are currently using Salesforce Communities as a place for their employees to go to communicate with the business. As such, our first components are built with this environment in mind, although these components could actually be used anywhere within Lightning. Nikhil Deshpande will be going into more details during his self-service Lightning demo, but we wanted to provide you with a first look. This is our early access sandbox, and we have a number of communities that we've already created. In this example, I'm going to navigate to the Winter 18 Industries community. This is a very simple page, but notice that we have a component that allows the user to see self-help articles. We've also provided a submit a ticket component that allows you to add the ability for the user to submit a ticket. And this reset my password component actually allows you to expose an individual service request on the page and have the user submit the information. Again, this is a very simple example of our new components at work. Nikhil will have more details in his self-service Lightning demo. So that's Remedyforce for the Lightning experience. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to your feedback on the Remedyforce Winter 18 release.